Let's take you to this now. The Bloemfontein High Court on Tuesday dealing a blow to the National Prosecuting Authority's case in the Free State asbestos matter. This after Judge Philip Loubser found that the way in which the NPA extradited Moroadi Cholota, the former PA to ex-Free State Premier Magashule, back into South Africa was done in an unlawful manner. Loubser citing the failure to follow proper procedures as the Minister of Justice ought to have led the process and not the NPA. Juniour Khumalo is in Bloemfontein for us and he joins us now live. Juniour, good evening to you. And dealing a blow, perhaps maybe an understatement given what the South African authorities are accused of having done here, which was to mislead the US authorities. However, the person who I suppose is smiling today is the former accused in this matter now, Moroadi Cholota. You've had a chance to talk to the family. What are they saying?
Indeed, Xoli, I'm sure Ms. Cholota as well as her family are overjoyed by the finding of the court today. We did see her initially sobbing after that judgment was handed down by Judge Philip Loubser. But after that, we saw most of her family members, including her father, her mother, that were there present here today, going to her, hugging her. Even outside court here, there was a lot of singing and dancing. But beyond that, they are saying that they basically want justice for what has been done to their daughter. As you may remember, there was that meeting that happened in the US with the Hawks officials having traveled to the US. She was forcibly removed from her premises. She went, this is according to her legal representative, by the way, then she went with those Hawks officials as well as FBI officials to the two interviews that happened on the 22nd of September 2021 as well as on the 23rd of September 2021. In those interviews, she claims that she was tortured, she was intimidated because she had failed to implicate her former boss, Magashule, who is one of those people that will definitely be happy. But if you remember, Xoli, when his legal representative, Advocate Hodes, had asked to cross-examine the first witness in the matter, the Hawks investigative officer, Benjamin Khalid, he had sought to try and paint a picture of prosecutorial misconduct in this matter. But when the judge found in the matter today, he said that I hear all of the grounds that have been laid out by Ms. Cholota's legal advisor, including that there was a lot of misrepresentation, there was a lot of lies that were told to the US authorities. I will not find on those grounds. What the judge found on was in terms of the procedure that was followed by the NPA in bringing back Ms. Cholota to South Africa. He said that according to South African law, the executive, which is the minister in charge of justice, is the one who is supposed to spearhead that process of bringing back Ms. Cholota. But as we see in this whole case, it was the acting director of public prosecutions in the Free State who basically spearheaded that whole process of bringing Ms. Cholota back to South Africa. And this is an argument that was made towards the tail end of Ms. Cholota, Ms. Cholota's legal representative, Advocate Loiso Makapela. She made this towards the tail end of her arguments during last week's closing arguments. And we did see the judge basically sitting at the edge of his seat, listening attentively to that part of the argument and saying today, so he found that that is what went wrong when it comes to the whole extradition process. It was the procedure, not so much the misleading, the lies, whatever else that happened there. It was just the procedure. So this basically affects the case that Mr. Magashule and his legal representative were trying to build. They were trying to show that there was not going to be a fair trial for Mr. Magashule based on the fact that there was prosecutorial misconduct on the side of the lead prosecutor, which is Advocate Johan Dinesen. They are basically claiming that Dinesen, despite knowing that Cholota wanted to be a witness, he went ahead and sent those two Hawks officials to go to the US and basically intimidate her, despite those Hawks officials having reached an agreement with Ms. Cholota that she was going to write a statement back to them and conceding that she she was going to participate as a witness, he went ahead again. This is the senior advocate. He went ahead and got that warrant of arrest against Ms. Cholota. So all of that, according to Magashule's legal representatives, was basically an image that showed that his client, this is advocate his client, Mr. Magashule, was not going to have a fair trial in South Africa. So we were expecting that that was the argument that was going to be made. But now, given that the judge has said that the only thing that was inaccurate and basically has led to this extradition being deemed unlawful is that procedure that was followed. We are yet to see what Mr. Magashule's legal representative is going to say tomorrow. But the main trial, the asbestos trial, is going to get underhead tomorrow. There is also that jurisdiction challenge by one of the accused number 11, the former Human Settlements Director General in the department, the National Department of Human Settlements, Thabani Zulu. He is also challenging the jurisdiction of this court to hear his matter. He's saying that most of what he's accused of happened in Gauteng as well as KZN, so this court basically clearly does not have any jurisdiction to hear him. So when that main trial starts tomorrow, we do expect that the judge is going to deal with that first, Chloe.
Juniour Khumalo, thank you very much indeed. And I know he was actually signaling that he wanted us to listen to the sound bite of the family member, the Cholota family member. So let's take a listen before we let Juniour go.
Yeah, no, the case itself from the origin has affected us from the Hollywood style, the way he was arrested. Coming down, I think they were trying to destroy his future. It has affected us a lot, but it will give us a little bit brief so that we must start planning forward what's going to be the next step. As she was willing to study further, that is what we are going to pursue against the NPA, that she must go back to school and they must carry all the cost and the wasted time that they have managed to bring us on daily basis on this court.
The family member there of Miss Moroadi Cholota. Juniour Khumalo, thank you very much indeed. And that picture of Moroadi Cholota sobbing in court after the verdict, it basically spells out what a moment this was for her. Thank you very much, Juniour Khumalo, live for us there in Bloemfontein.